very excited to be here at Volvo Cars Melbourne in Port Melbourne, where today I'm going to be road testing the Volvo C40 Recharge electric vehicle. Very, very happy to be here. Thank you so much to these guys for loaning the vehicle. I promise to look after it. Come on, let's go and take a look. So a massive thank you to Melbourne City Volvo for letting us road test their Volvo EV. In this case, this one's called the C40. It's a beautiful car. I mean, to look at, stylish, looks like a Volvo, and behind the wheel, it certainly feels like a Volvo. Heaps and heaps of safety features with the Volvo, as you'd expect. Lean keeping aid, road side information, ready to drive notification, you've got pilot assist. It's awesome. And then in terms of acceleration, we're in a city, so we're not going to be silly, but once again it's pokey. It gets you to where you need to get to with ease and grace. The driver position is comfortable. I mean, these seats, I'm used to vegan leather, so which is a nice soft comfortable seat. These particular seats do feel a little bit firm, but they do feel solid. So there is a lot to like about this Volvo. It certainly does feel like a Volvo. It feels compact, it feels solid, it does drive really well. I mean, admittedly, it does lack a little bit of the elegance that we've felt in certain other vehicles, but it really does present itself well, especially as an electric vehicle. In terms of comfort, I mean, it's a nice seated position. I mean, there's once again lots of options in terms of adjusting your seat or remote control, which is fantastic. And there's plenty of space in this cockpit as well. I mean, there's lots of leg room. I'm about 5'11". I've still got so much headspace. If I was a lot taller, once again, I'd be absolutely fine sitting in this car. It's got a nice big sunroof as well. Once again, it's not fully panoramic, but not too far off. And it's well tinted as well. So it's a very bright sunny day today, and we're not really feeling it whatsoever. It's quick, so it has got this punchy little EV pace. You put your foot down, it does respond, which is great, and one of the things obviously I love about electric vehicles, period. But once again, you know, the Volvo, I think this particular vehicle and what Volvo's known for is safety, is security, is about being solid, and that vehicle definitely does give you that. It's got a really cool display. I mean, and inside of the actual car itself, I mean, it is fairly minimal. There is, you know, some interesting pattern on the dash or on that little section, and once again, I think it's just a tribute to its journey and to its past. One of the first things you notice looking at the car, and we're starting with the rear end, is how sleek and beautiful it does look. I mean, it does look very spacey, as you're kind of getting the feel now with a lot of electric vehicles, where style is very contemporary and elegant with really slick lines, and this one does actually have a fairly sporty look to it. I mean, to be fair, as an SUV, it is actually a very, very attractive looking car. Not something I'd normally associate with a Volvo, to be honest, so I'm very, very impressed with it. And what makes it look really amazing is how dark the tinting is on this on the actual boot, as well as running all the way through with the sunroof. It does look very stylish and very elegant. It's actually a beautiful car. It looks like we've got 19-inch alloys, which look fantastic. They can probably be increased in size. You know, we've driven some amazing cars like Jaguar I-Pace or something we drove not so long ago, and the BMW, but the I-Pace itself had lots of really sophisticated finishes. This does feel more like your everyday SUV. You know, I really would see this being driven by a family with a couple of kids, and just looking for their day-to-day car. Okay, let's see what's under the bonnet. Little release there, up it goes. And as you'd expect with an electric vehicle, I mean, Looks fantastic and styling. Let's see what's under here. Beautiful. So we've got some front storage, which is great. And look, I've already got some of my stuff in here already, but as you can see, you know, even representing some of the storage that we've already used, it has got plenty of space. So, you know, you are going to have enough space in there to go away for the weekend, a couple of suitcases, and if you do need more space, you can drop both those rear seats, which will create some more volume and allow you to take, you know, way more furniture. Once again, it does depend if you have kids or not, as to how much you can actually fit in the car. But for standard family, it's perfect. Looking in the back seat, look, it has got reasonable amount of space in the back. Let's just try it out. So this front seat is pretty much where it should be with a standard driver. I mean, I'm 5'11", as I said earlier, so you know, I've left the seat back as far as it normally would have been. And look, as a full-sized adult in the back, I've got enough knee space. I'm kind of just brushing the seats in front of me. You know, it is comfortable. I have got a really cool sort of side armrest as well. So with some drinks holders, which is great. And if I don't need that, I can push that one back, and then just have some additional arm space. I mean, this car is a five-seat car, so it is designed to fit 3 people in the back. You know, whether or not you'd want to is a different question. Obviously, you have still got this unit running all the way through the middle, so it's going to be uncomfortable for that third person for long distance. But for a child, it'd be absolutely fine. The Volvo C40 Recharge is Volvo's first all-new dedicated electric vehicle model, and really does set the scene for the future. I mean, Volvo are going to be moving in this direction. They've got Polestar, which is another one of their brands, but really from a Volvo specific brand itself, they are looking to move to 100% electric across their entire range. With servicing, Volvo do offer a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty, and the first 3 years of servicing are also included. From a design point of view on the interior, I mean, you have a 9-inch touchscreen display, which, you know, once again is perfectly positioned. It's accessible as a driver. I mean, the icons are quite small, but what makes this car really unique is the fact that it has incorporated all of Google's services. What's also great about the Volvo is the fact that it does have really good integration with our phones. In this case, Apple CarPlay is already set on there straight away, so it's literally just a case of pressing Apple CarPlay, connecting to your phone through Bluetooth, and away you go. Very, very simple, which is exactly what you're looking for from your vehicle. Great charging points as well. So we've got like both a lightning charger and a standard charger for your phones, which is good, so you can plug in, as well as a flatbed charger as well. Inside of the boot is 489 litres of storage, which is pretty good, and that can fold out to be 1205 litres of storage with the back seats folded. The performance for this car is pretty good. I mean, it's 434 kilometres for the single motor and 420 kilometres of range for the dual motor. So once again, if you are going for a higher spec car in terms of for the performance, you know, you're only losing and sacrificing 14 kilometres of range, which is well worth it. Why would you do it? Well, the single motor has a 0 to 100 of 7.4 seconds, whereas the dual motor has a 0 to 100 kilometres of just 4.7 seconds. I mean, that is very, very quick, and that is a very comparative with a lot of other cars out there. So really, from a price point of view, 83 grand for a car that can do 0 to 104.7, that's actually money well spent. And that does make this Volvo very attractive to a number of SUV buyers. If you're currently driving, you know, a BMW, more like an X3, you're driving a Mercedes, you're driving an Audi, you know, you're driving, you know, potentially even a mid-range SUV in most car classifications like a Lexus, you know, this is actually a good option for you. You know, at that sort of price range, it's affordable, it's EV, which means you're reducing your carbon footprint, it's quick, and you know, I'm pretty sure if you were willing to wait for a little while in terms of the order, you could get a nice vegan leather interior. The battery in this car is 69 kilowatt hours, and as we mentioned, the range is 434 kilometers-ish. So when you're looking to charge this particular car on a standard, you know, 11 kilowatt charger, you're looking at around 8 hours. So it really is a case of getting home, plugging it in, and by the time you're ready to drive away the next day, your car's fully charged. If you were fortunate to have access to a 50 kilowatt charge, then the charging time is more like an hour, just over. And if you can get access to a fast charger, like a 150 kilowatt charger, then you're looking at around 32 minutes, which is really, really good. So that'll take you from about 10% battery to 80% battery. Half an hour is perfect. As you'd expect with a Volvo, heaps of safety features. There's just so much going on in this car to assist you when you're driving, which is brilliant. You know, power folding, auto dimming exterior mirrors, an auto dimming interior rear view mirror, autonomous emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alerts, front and rear parking sensors, automatic parking, and hill descent control. So a massive thank you to Melbourne City Volvo for letting us road test their Volvo C40.